Here we are. Heat number 15 is in the water with Alejo Muniz, Giorgi, Evan Valiere, and Barron Mamiya. Rounding the lineup, four-man heat. Two surfers will advance into the next round, round 3, the round of 64, as we turn our attention here to Giorgi in the blue jersey. Eases through a cutback. Giorgi's been a solid performer here at Sunset. Winds up off the bottom. And you can see that reverb, the bounce, the backwash, if you will, bouncing him off. The youngster from the North Shore. He's been doing some spectacular surfing. Barron Mamiya, what's Barron got for us? Beautiful carve right back into the pocket there. Barron eyeing up off the bottom, looking for more opportunity. A little whitewater float, and that's enough for him to kick out, but that's going to be a solid beginning for Barron Mamiya.
Zesty turn that he's had from yesterday has brought it back today. This section here wasn't quite as meaty as he had in that 8-point ride from yesterday, but again, no shame. He loves to charge it and attacks the lip. Talk about Barron and his approach. It is full bore, always. Giorgi, he been running hair all year long, but comes to Hawaii and trimmed it all up. Looking for a new look, a new feel.
They're built for speed now.
Well, and he's going to get plenty out here. Just got unweighted.
There's a second wave. This is a 4-point ride for Barron Mamiya.
And again, it really came through this turn here. Hooking it in the lip. Just the quick float to finish, but looking the goods once again, Barron Mamiya.
Replay of a whitewater roll, and this is Evan Valiere on the backhand.
So you got the only goofy footer in this heat on the backhand, heel edge.
Pretty wild over here with those big sets. It's really hard to be in the right spot, but he's definitely a confidence booster for sure.
Absolutely in the right spot all heat long, taking the win, and on to round 3. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Folky, and congratulations to Mark Lacamara as we return and see Alejo Muniz with an aggressive turn off the top. Alejo hangs on through a warbly section, gets back up in the lip, and that bounces him through, but that was a well-surfed wave under difficult, big, sloshy conditions here at Sunset Beach.
He had to surf through a lot of those injuries, but how's this kid? Just no fear of the lip, just attacks it, you know, and sometimes you feel like you just want to complete a wave. Nope, not for Barron. He tags it again, but goes down on the second maneuver. Let's take a look at the full wave here from Alejo. So low to his board, always, especially off the bottom. That was, you know, when you're that low to your board, your shock absorbers are there to absorb all the bump. And that was a prime example. He didn't get too extended on that maneuver. Could have easily gone down had he done that. But he absorbs it all, keeps himself tight to the board. Again, now finally his knees nice and strong. You don't want to ever say, oh, is that the right board? You know, and question it. It's like you're instilling confidence.
Alejo Muniz up and riding. This wave doubles up on the inside. It's going to be a big section for Muniz. And just gets around it. Difficult water. And you see all this churning because there has been some wash-through sets here this afternoon as the swell continues to go. Giorgi up, slicing through a frothy face and is able to snap up into that lip. And Giorgi kicks out. So this heat's going to remain nice and tight as far as the standings. Evan Valiere on the backhand. 2006 XL Pro Champ right out here at Sunset Beach. He's got a great act on the backhand with carves like that. Off the top, off the bottom. Really smooth surfing for the surfer from the island of Kauai, the Garden Isle.
Okay, this one's going to hit the reef nicely. You were talking about the fact that there's a bunch of rip in the face. Here's a prime example of that. A big set comes through. All that water has to move somewhere, and when it moves, it creates currents and rips, and all of that is on the inside section where you're trying to surf through it. So again, you're trying to find that good, clean water. Little cleaner wave here, even though it's got the same whitewater feel to it. It's a little bit cleaner, and Giorgi does this knifing turn here. And anytime you can see water flying out the back and you have control and you're in a critical section, you're going to see the scores get gifted a little bit higher. Again, looking on a board that he's had, looks like under somebody's house here for many years. Got that brown color to it. It still will work the same. You know, you get that board that you're connected with. It's tough to turn away from it as we watch the backhander of Evan Valiere. good rhythm and flow. A good one is a good one because
Right.
you're always going to be in situations where it's kind of scary and wild, and if a board's good, you want to hold on to it.
100%. This kid goes 100% every time he surfs. This wave's a little facey. I don't know how much opportunity he's going to have for Barron Mamiya. He's just surfing it through. It's in some pretty jumbled deep water, but Barron has dropped down to 3rd place, so he's going to have to do some work at 17 minutes and 20 seconds counting down.
Well, the amount of waves he catches in a heat, you would say he's going to get more opportunities. He doesn't wait very long outside. He's not going to be, you know, looking at each and every wave going, ooh, should I go this one or not? But it also has all that water moving out so much quicker.
Handling some heavy water here. Marco Giorgi dives into this one. Nice carve off the top, off the bottom again for Giorgi. Holds the rail through that turn. So putting it together, and he's going to accumulate a pretty good score. He's looking to top a 2.83, which is his low, and I think he just did that.
Well, already has the 2nd highest wave, so this is going to add some points.
Let's see what Alejo Muniz has. Gets through that top turn. Again, you can see just the board chattering in the rip here and the warbles of extra large sunset. Alejo Muniz looking to better a 1.67, which he has likely done. The youngster, the exciting Barron Mamiya is going to have to hit the throttle here. And there you go. Beautiful turn off the top. Commitment, aggression. What else has he got for us? Straight through the lip. Explosion.
He's got to hang on.
Not very well. The closing maneuver seems like that is what's going to be the Achilles heel for Barron Mamiya.
And speaking of that Achilles heel, I mean, in looking at Barron, he's so young that I love the fact that he attacks everything. You know, downside, falls occasionally, and that may affect a lot of heat wins, but you know what? Over time, you keep doing that over and over and practice over and over, it's going to pay off in the long run. As we watch the replay here of Marco Giorgi, no inclination of what this score looks like yet so far, but good flow. Didn't have that super dynamic move, but it stayed open. Similar to what we saw here from Alejo Muniz. Just a down carve as this wave goes into the deeper water of the channel, just has to cut it back. So it's going to be probably less than his 5.33, but definitely better than the 1.67. As you watch here again, just has to negotiate, and he gets that burp. You know, the wave lifts right when he does the maneuver, and he has to control it, compressing his legs to keep the control and the speed. I love this first turn. I mean, again, just completely gouging the turn. And then straight into this next section, such a hard, you know, you just attacks the lip. But once you don't complete the ride, that maneuver means nothing.
Here's the water angle. Good look at this first turn.
Again, that gouging turn, such a tight arc. You know, a lot of surfers with those bigger boards, and that's one advantage of riding in such a small board, is that you're able to draw such a tight arc. I mean, look how tight he does this turn. You know, we're seeing a lot of turns, big drawn out maneuvers, but not from Barron. He carves it, and he actually gets a little release. You know, look at his board. I mean, it looks like a 6.6.
Probably is. Probably is.
Right, and you know, his normal shortboard probably being a 6.2. So just slightly bigger, but again, a lot of confidence on this board. He is not shy about throwing it up in there.
The situation on the water. Little roll in here for Evan Valiere. And Valiere's kind of battling with this wave. Usually really smooth top to bottom surfing, but that wave did not allow any of that for Evan.
Well, you look at the score line for all 4 competitors, all holding on to 4s. The best wave of the heat, a 5. So it goes to show that it's a very tight heat again. You know, anyone at the end of this one can pull it together with one good wave.
Qualifying series rankings, so he needs to get through this heat, but we're going to watch what Barron Mamiya has for us here. Beautiful carve off the top, back up in the lip. Dynamic second turn for Barron. Around this section again, whitewater flow this time sticks through there. May even get a bonus section. Let's see what he has for us. Bangs the oncoming whitewater, combos it up. Exciting surfing from the young man, and I dare say he has that 4.88 that he needs and more.
Yeah, he's going to the lead. And, you know, again, see where he was in the lineup to pick up that wave. Bit of knowledge where he just moved to that inside section. Ride with scoring potential. I mean, this thing was bending at him. Gave him the ability to really hold the rail. Gets a snap. Good variety here. It's so hard to have any bit of variety on a wave that's just not going to give you a ton of scoring potential. And look, the bonus finish move. This could be a good number here for him. Not the biggest wave, but you know what? great scoring potential by finding a wave that's going to give him the ability to turn and do a combination of major moves. Again, showing the variety. Those are elements in the criteria. So cool to watch a kid grow up and compete at such a high level at such a young age.
Yeah, I've literally watched this kid since Menahuni time. That is a natural ability. Sure, you can coach people, but there's certain kids that have just natural ability. Alejo Muniz now has dropped down to second place, but Alejo attacking some wonky sunset and doing a good job. We talked about the body mechanics of Alejo Muniz, that low, wide stance. He's able to just power through, you know, all those ribs and warbles on that wave. So well put together wave for Alejo Muniz. Last score for Barron. Mamiya dropped in at a 7.17. Alejo Muniz now in second, 6.28. Will regain the lead for Muniz.
Execute, so it gives you a little longer time to look at it.
Barron just keeps on keeping on. He's got a lot of energy. Right up in the lip, air drop, and almost pulls that off.
How exciting.
Again, no holding back, 100%, pedal to the metal the whole time.
He's got 4.5 more minutes. He's got 3 more tries.
Last score for Alejo Muniz, a 5.93, keeps Alejo in a solid second place. Giorgi on the hot seat, looking for a 6.29.
You know, Barron, again, just look at this free fall. Just going and doing cycles on the inside section. And this gets a full-on, rides the lip line, and then just jumps off, squirrel suits down to the flats. Look at the attack mode. Into it, he does the turn, and then rides the lip line, and then free falls to the bottom. Everything's there.
Just
tail tap landing, and just gets bucked off. That's the kind of things he's going to learn as he keeps doing this.
Giorgi. Big double up section on the inside for Giorgi. Skips out on that bottom turn and just gets engulfed, eaten up.
Hold on, Marco. Hold on. He's just cartwheeling, feeling like his board.
What happens there? What happens there?
It is, you know, if you've ever jumped in a washing machine, not many people have, but that's what it feels like. You know, a bit of a car accident maybe without the hard stuff.
Yeah.
No, that's exactly it. You're holding your breath and you take donuts. That's the problem, is it fatigues you really quickly. You know, you're already paddling all the way out there, you're punching through, you're already fatigued, and then this, and you're getting sucked over the falls. The wave picks you up, and you free fall to the bottom. Now you're cartwheeling, everything's happening where you're feeling like this arm's going that way, leg's going that way. You're attached to a, you know, 12-pound board.
And Sunset Beach being a deep water break, Peter, it does not want to let you up.
No, and that's where the difference is. You know, I touched on, you know, some people are more comfortable surfing over shallow reef, some more comfortable in deep water, but the other side of it is that you're usually scared. I mean, for me, I was always in love with Sunset Beach, and my weakness was a place like Pipeline where you're looking at the reef and you're scared to smash your head. I could hold my breath, felt comfortable doing that. But the same thing applies here. You know, this is a deep water wave.
Probably regaining himself. Might have done an equipment change there. Might have broke his board. Yeah, he sure did. He broke his board, so he's on his second board. Evan Valiere, nice arc off the top. Here's a comeback wave for Evan. Another sweeping top turn. He's gonna got more. What's he got in this inside section? Pulls in. Just a little kind of pocket ride there.
Yeah, a bit of a pit ride, you know. And, looking at his score line, needs a pretty good number.
Put together some nice turns on the backhand, however. And then got that little pocket ride. We'll see what the judges go there, and we're gonna have another chance on the replay when we get to it too.
Looking at score comparisons, right? The 717 of Barron Mamiya, much different type of wave. This is a much bigger wave. He's not gonna have as many maneuvers, but the very strong first one, and gets a second carve, and then this wave kind of loads up, and he gets that pit ride, not barreled, but beautiful line, taking it through it, holding his speed, so he had good flow.
He's got it. Here's the replay, slow motion. Well, yeah, I am. Barron in the barrel, Barron out, and a nice carve in some deep water channel. Yeah, what's he need? A 7.09, Evan Valiere. We're still waiting for the judges.
Good job, Kaipo. Good job, good call. You've watched enough heats in your life.
Big, look at this. This is just how you pay at Sunset Beach. Just mountains.
Just opening up your wallet, throwing dollar bills around.
Just put it on the card.
Pay your dues.
Put it on the card right here.
Can I use your card?
Oh, no, you can't. There, 7.57. Evan Valiere vaults into first place. Barron Mamiya falls down to second place.
Uh-oh, Alejo.
Important heat. 20th right now on the qualifying series rankings. Needs to come back 5.68 on this wave for Alejo Muniz.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna put it right on the line right there.
All right, well now I'm going to put it back in your court since you were so good at that last one.
Boy.
It is my...
You are the color guy.
Yeah, I know.
What do you think?
I feel like it's going to come short.
I like your commitment to an answer there, Peter Mel. We're waiting on...
I wasn't waffling.
You did not waffle.
Didn't waffle whatsoever.
You looked over that ledge and you just stood right to your feet. Yeah, you committed. Alejo's in the channel, waiting anxiously. No indication from the judges yet. We're waiting for a score. Evan wants to know too. And Valiere.
All right, let's take a look at it again. Whitewater takeoff, so it's kind of on the inside section. And a nice little snap there. That wasn't a very steep section though. And I like this much better. At least he gets in there. The only thing that was a drawback to that last maneuver was that the wave kind of flattened out, so it wasn't like a real critical section after he hit it. Another black line. Another one we can cross off the list. Evan Valiere going to come through to round number 3, as well as the youngster and Barron Mamiya. Will be back with more exciting surfing. Stick around. Sunset Beach is huge.